Welcome back, well, okay. Welcome back, one and all, to The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Last, okay, I think that's Freeze she's currently under. Okay, we're doing this. We're just gonna run. Anyway, welcome back, one and all, to The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Last time, it was the School Festa fucking bull. Fucking hell and fuck. I'm annoyed. Now we're gonna burn these bugs like the filthy bugs that they are. Because I'm annoyed.
Alright, we're good to go.
Yeah, we're heading back to Round to report into the guild and I guess move on to the next stage of things. Oh, for God's sake.
Nicely done.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. Yeah. Thank you so much for the last few days. No problem. It's been fun. Take care, and say hi to Matron Teresa and the kids for us. Don't worry, I will. Hey, you three. Huh? You're from Minoria. You guys are bracers, right? We've got trouble. What kind of big trouble? We catch my breath. Someone attacked Matron Teresa and the kids near Minoria. What? Are you alright? Keep your cool, there's no time to go fainting. I'm sorry. Whatever, tell us whatever you can. Okay. They were apparently assaulted by a strange group on the way back from the festival. The kids are okay, but Matron Teresa and that bracer lady got knocked out. Karna? They must have been trained. I could have contacted the guild, but communications are down at the end. I didn't have much choice but to make a run for it. Thank you for your help. If you can manage it, would you go to Round for us? We'll hurry to Minoria. Will do. Well, somebody's getting a fucking neck snapping. Okay, and big monster.
Well, that takes care of that.
Some decent experience. It's probably the people who set the fire to begin with. Who started this, who did this shit. And they're gonna get a fucking neck snapping. No corner! Oh, it's Chloe. Everyone. It's scary. Thank the goddess everyone's okay. Excuse me, but what about the others? How is the matron? They're not hurt. They haven't woken up yet, which has me worried. If I may, then I'd like to see them. No doubt about it. Sleeping powder. Sleeping powder? Yes, there's a faint hint of it in the air. It's probably the kind without side effects. There's no real need for concern. Can you tell us, Clint, can you tell us what happened? I'll tell you. We were walking along the coastal road with the bracer lady, when these strange guys in masks showed up out of nowhere. The bracer lady fought them for a while, but then they surrounded her. She fought them off to save us and the matron Teresa. That's why. Hey, there. It must have been scary. They took an envelope from the matron. I wanted to really bad to get it back. Mr. Joshua, I couldn't help her. Don't think that way, Clem. I know that Matron Teresa would just be happy that all of you are safe. That's why you can't blame yourself. But I don't believe this. Who would do such a thing? Whoever it is, most certainly skilled at hiding his or her presence. After all, that bracer wasn't alerted, and Matron Teresa is unconscious. I get the feeling that this was very deliberate. I'd say that the criminals were probably targeting the donations Matron Teresa had on her. If we find the money, we find the culprit. You seem a little calmer than earlier. Yes, in order to help the matron and the kids, I must compose myself. Regardless, we must find out who did this as soon as possible. She's right, you know. Agate. I heard what was going on at the guild. Looks like you've gotten yourselves wrapped up in a hell of a mess. Don't make light of the situation. Karna got hurt too. I know that. Quit your yapping. Karna's no amateur either. It'd take someone pretty skilled to beat her. How about you give me a quick rundown of what's going on here? Okay. Alright then. There's definitely something weird going on. How weird? Well, here's the thing. You know that Raven gang that was hanging out at the warehouse? They're gone. Then they might be the ones who assaulted her. I'm not sure. I really doubt they would have what it takes to get the upper hand on Karna. That's a good point. They talk a big game, but I don't think they would be able to back it up. Yeah. Give them a single hard look, they shut right up. However, today they're suddenly nowhere to be found. Couple that with today's little incident and what do you get? Like I said, something weird. Even if they're not directly responsible for the fire, I do feel like they're involved. Yeah, but this ain't the time to go checking that out. Come on, greenhorns, let's go. What are you talking about? Where are we going? You're slow in the head or something? Obviously we're going to the seaside path where the crime happened. How those idiots did it doesn't matter right now. We've got to focus on finding some information. True. Understood. Will help. So Agate's back in my party, and he wants to use Estelle and Joshua for backup. No good. How are we supposed to search in the dark? Sieg. Where have you been? What the hell? That's Sieg. It's Chloe's Gryfalcon. As long as he's friendly. Understood. Thank you. Okay, now I've seen everything. So, Missy, what did your friend here tell you? The whereabouts of the ruffians who assaulted Teresa, evidently. It seems he saw the attack. That's a good one. Nice going, Sieg. Impressive. Now, wait a damn minute. You mean to tell me you actually believe that load of bullshit? We've seen him communicate several times. And if you don't believe us, you don't have to come along. Come on, guys. All right. Wait up, you little punks! I like how Agate's completely in the dark on this. Doesn't seem like it's homing in on anything. Are we really following that thing? Is this your idea of a joke? It's not funny. It's no joke. The matron and the children are like a family to me. Fine. I thought you were yanking my chain, but I guess I'll tag along. Why don't you say what you really think? That aside, we need to get after Sieg. I'm... The lighthouse? I figured it'd be the tower. But it seems like they hijacked the lighthouse from the old man. It belongs to the city around. If I remember right, there's a man who lives here alone. Let's go, Croc. Let's go knock some heads. Well, now, wait a minute, girl. I want to see the truth with my own eyes. What the hell are you talking about? I want to know why someone would do such a horrible thing like this. Take me with you. I can see where you're coming from, but... Oh, come on, don't act all stingy now. The only reason we knew about this place to begin with was because of Chloe. So I can guarantee you she can handle herself. So at least you don't have to worry about her getting in the way. Estelle, Josh, fine, have it your way. But I hope you remember that these guys are the ones who put Karna out of commission. Don't let your guard down. I'll keep it in mind. I guess it's decided. These guys again? They're the ones from before. I swear, if I wasn't looking at them with my own eyes right now, I'd never believe it. What the hell are you doing here? Hey. Agate, look out. Where are they getting this strength from? You son of a bitch. Perfect. Now I don't know what kind of drugs you're on, but if I have to beat some sense into you, I will. Okay, so they're out of their mind.
Rematch?
I can't believe it. These guys are 100 times stronger than when we dealt with them at the warehouse. They appear to be acting strange. I wonder what's going on. Looks like they're being controlled. Controlled? Yeah, I agree. It's some kind of hypnotic introduction using a combination of drugs and suggestion. This allows the person controlling them to draw out their maximum physical potential. Can someone really do that? Of course! They need to attempt they have to be pretty skilled to attempt such a thing. And I can only think of one group that'd pull off something like that. Who? Possibly. But there's no time to talk about it now. Upstairs, now. That's where the real perps are. Let's go. Here they come again. We don't have any choice but to do this the hard way. Estelle learned Comet. So check that out. Rocco. I'm really sorry about this. I don't want to fight with anyone being controlled, but this isn't the time to hold back. We don't need to kill him, just knock him out, although I'm not opposed to killing him.
Shouldn't have done that.
No one's in here. That was a chance to heal. You hear that? There they are. A job well done. Gilbert! That is Gilbert Stein! Now we've been able to blame this mess on those punks and everything will work out perfectly. So I take it that you're satisfied with our work. Yes, you've handled things nicely. But just to make sure you haven't left any incriminating evidence, right? Ha ha. You've got nothing to worry about there. And even those fools regain their senses, they won't remember a thing. The lighthouse keeper shouldn't wake up till morning either. I'm relieved to hear that. With this, the matron of that orphanage should give up on her dreams of rebuilding it. And the series of incidents along with this arson will end up looking like a work of these lowlives. We get two birds with one stone. It's perfect. So glad to see that our clients are happy to work with this. However, if you don't mind me asking, what's the benefit in destroying the orphanage? That's the one thing I've been having a hard time understanding. Oh, please. If you really want to know that bad, I'll let you in on the secret. The mayor intends to transform that entire area into a series of very, very upscale transportation hubs. I don't know if that's Gilbert Stein or not. It looks a bit like him. Interesting. A scenic seaside area not far from Round City. What more favorable geographic conditions could there be than that vacation home? We'll build a lavish estates. Then sell them off to the highest bidders. Could just be crooked politicians. That's been the mayor's plans all along. Yep, crooked politicians. You didn't really think that stubborn woman would sell off the land and left to her by her late husband, did you? If I were to haul away her husband, if we were to haul away the burned out remains, what? If we were to haul away the burned out remains while they were away and built something in its place, there's not much they could do, could they? Since they have no money to rebuild the place, they'll have no choice but to accept their fate. So that was your reasoning. How long have you been standing there? For something like that, you hurt Matron Teresa and the children and burned their memories to ashes. You deprived those children of their smiles. For that. How did you know we were here? But before that, what are those lowlifes doing downstairs? Too bad for you. They're taking a long nap. Tisk, tisk. And to think that the mayor was behind it all. Plus, with some faces we've seen before seem to be involved too. So you know who we are, do you? We've been briefly acquainted with the red-headed bracer before. Ha! So running off like dogs with your tails between your legs and slicing some monsters on me. Sicking some monsters on me means we're acquainted. But now I've got you right where I want you. Kill them! Kill them all! Now that they've seen my face, I can't let them walk out of here alive. It's unfortunate that you've fallen this far, Gilbert. Well, since this is a request from our client, I guess we'll just have to comply. I think these are just Jaegers. Let's see what you've got, bracers. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just because you're hired help, don't think you're any less responsible. It's time to make you taste the power of the heavy blade. Hush, my birds.
Come on!
Shouldn't have done that.
Well, they didn't put up much of a fight. This can't be. Gilbert, steward of the mayor, and you boys in black. In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby placed under arrest. Give it up and surrender. You're pretty tough, I'll give you that. Going toe-to-toe with you hasn't been disappointed at all. It hasn't disappointed me at all. The lieutenant's going to be mad. He warned us about this. We shouldn't have been careless as we were. The lieutenant. You mean that guy in the red? You mean that guy wearing the red mask who was negotiating with the Sky Bandits? Surprised you know about that. It looks like you dogs from the guild are better at sniffing things out than we thought. Your insults are pretty funny considering we just gave you a serious beatdown. Hurry up and throw down your weapons and surrender. Sorry, but we can't do that. What? What do you think you're doing? Don't move. Come any closer and this guy's brains are getting splattered all over the place. If you think that's a threat to me, then you are surely mistaken. What is the meaning of this? What do you intend to do by threatening your employer? You're wrong about that. You are not our employer. The mayor is. But whether it was you or the mayor here, the outcome would be the same. We only cooperate with you because we have a shared mutual interest. We couldn't care less if you live or die. Please, don't shoot. Don't shoot me. Cut the tears and the crap. Don't think you can get away by trying to fool us with a show like that. Gah! Oh. My leg! My leg! You see, I'm still not completely convinced. God gave him 2 legs for a reason. Gilbert! Looks like they were serious. That isn't enough of a show for you. How about I blow the brains of the lighthouse keeper? He has nothing to do with this. If his life means anything to you, then I suggest you back up. Alright, let's see. Like, over by the stairs. We don't have a choice. That's right. Do what you're told like the dogs you are. It looks like this is where we bid farewell. Wait! Don't think you're getting away this time. A rope? Cut it! I'd cut the rope. I would have just like... Okay. Real quick. You know what I would have done in that situation? Oh, climbing down a rope? Good. Enjoy your death. Enjoy your broken legs, fuckheads! Cut the rope! Looks like we got them stolen money back. Now then, I'll keep an eye on things here. Could you return to Ron and report back to Jean? It's fine with me, but are you sure you're okay? Come on, I just got a whiff of sleeping powder. It all happened a little too fast for me to remember who attacked me, though. Shameful, I know. Don't beat yourself up. You still managed to fend off 4 attackers. The children are safe thanks to you. I can't thank you enough. Well, I guess there's that for at least. Still, will Agate be okay facing them on his own? I know he's tough and all, but it still worries me. Yeah, if they somehow managed to get the drop on him. For now, we just have to trust that he knows what he's doing. He's been after those guys for a while. He knows how they work, so I think they'll have a tough time taking him on. I'll hang on to the donated money until the matron wakes up. If those guys want it, they'll have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. You can count on me. I'll be fine, so go ahead. Alright, be careful. Okay, that was certainly an event. That was... Yeah, but no, seriously, I would have just cut the rope and let them fall to their deaths. Dalmor was behind everything. He was just pretending to be all kind and everything from the start. I've been wondering about this. But will we be able to catch the mayor this time? Huh? She raises a good question. This will be difficult. The Bracer Guild has a non-interference policy when it comes to governmental affairs. And considering he has control over the whole Round region, arresting the mayor isn't going to be easy. Hold on a second. Doesn't anyone else find that strange? It is funny, but the law is the law. And that's why the guild can have branches anywhere, even in the Erebonian Empire. Yeah, the Bracers are more like akin to, I guess, the Pinkerton Detective Agency. People can hire them, but they can't interfere in government affairs. Anyway, let's get back to the guild and talk to Jean. We could always just go to his house and break his legs. That's not government interference. That's just breaking his fucking legs. I like the idea of breaking corrupt political heads' legs. Like, break their legs. And take their most dominant leg and twist it backwards after you break it, so it'll never fucking heal right. And they will be crippled and gimped for the rest of their life. And every time they limp, every time they walk, they'll remember what they did and what they had done to them as punishment. What is it, Chloe? Well, are you two going to the guild? I just remembered something I need to do, so can you go ahead without me? I'll catch up with you shortly. That's fine. Are you going back to campus? Yes. I think I should report in with the headmaster and let him know what happened. Got it. We'll be waiting for you at the guild. I'm sorry, Estelle. You too, Joshua. I think she's sending word to her grandmother. It's going to be difficult. The only way it'll happen is if he can be caught in the act. I figured as much. You can't be serious. So we just have to allow a corrupt mayor to stay in power? There's no need to panic. The Bracer Guild's hands may be tied, but the Royal Army can get him. Oh. Estelle, Joshua. I'd like for you to go to the mayor's estate and question him. It doesn't matter if he gets angry, I just want you to buy us some time. And you'll be contacting the army in the meantime. Precisely. I made it. I'm sorry for the delay. Perfect timing. I can run pretty fast. What's the plan? We were just talking about going to the mayor's estate. We have to stall him in an interview with the Royal Army is contacted. I see. Maybe that wasn't so necessary after all. Before I do that... crack some. Let's go break some goddamn legs. This place is huge. Is he really doing all that nasty stuff from this place? I don't think that matters. Mayor Dalmore was originally from a large family of nobles. I think this estate has been passed down for generations. Okay, so the estate wasn't paid for in blood, at least. That's something. Welcome to the Round Mayoral Estate. I'm terribly sorry, but the mayor's currently attending to some guests. Another time? No! I'm pretty sure we know who the guest is. It's Duke Doonan, isn't it? What? It certainly is. Have you received an invitation as well? Yes, it came from the mayor himself. I apologize for the inconvenience. Would you mind? Now that I take a closer look, you appear to be bracers. If circumstances demand it, then go on up. The mayor and the duke are in the banquet hall on the second floor. Thank you for your help. Oh, right. With so many guests arriving, I must prepare some tea. Pardon me. Something's not right. I think maybe she's just bashful. I like the sound of that. Brown would be a perfect place for a vacation home. Think I might stay for a while. I had a feeling you'd think so. I'd see to it that you were to get the finest place available, my lord. I believe you'll be satisfied. You're quite the smooth talker. But good, money is no object. Prepare me an estate that is worthy for your future king. Make it as splendid as your holdings here. Pardon me, my lord, but wait a moment. The queen asks you to consult with her before spending such an amount of money. Silence, Philip! I am to be your king! Such purchases are every day for a man of my standing. Yes, of course. Well said, your grace. May we get written contact together shortly. But first, one more drink. Oh, oh! Hi there, greetings from the Bracer Guild. You. What do you people want? You look kind of familiar. Oh, it's you. Hi, Mr. Butler. We just dropped by to talk to the mayor. This won't do. If you're here on guild business, you shouldn't speak with such semblance of manners. I'm in the middle of an important discussion, so why don't you come back later? I apologize for our rudeness, Mayor. We had intended no disrespect. We simply came to report that we have identified the arsonist. I suppose. My lord, would you excuse us for a moment? No. Say what you're going to say here. This sounds interesting. But, okay, maybe the Duke will have something to add. It won't do any harm for him to hear it all. If you must. While you're on the subject, it seems that Matron Teresa was attacked last night. Could the arsonist be linked to that? Very likely. Unfortunately, the attackers are still at large. I see. Still, at least you two can say who they are now. So who did it? Who indeed? It's exactly who you think it is, Mayor Dalmore. I see. That's quite a shame. I was hoping I could make see the error of their ways before it was too late. I suppose it was in vain on my part. And who are you talking about, Mr. Mayor? What do you mean, who? The Ravens, of course. They've been in hiding ever since last night. I'm sorry, sir, but they aren't responsible. This time they claim to be victims themselves. What? And so, without further ado, the culprit is Mayor Dalmore, your steward Gilbert. Acting on the orders of Mayor Dalmore. We already have Gilbert in custody and we know everything. We also have proof that you stole the money donated to restore the orphanage your lackey set on fire. Do you deny this charge? Nonsense! Do you think I know the people in those black clothes? Now that's a little strange. We never mentioned them. Damn it! This is ridiculous. Gilbert was acting alone. You don't know when to shut up, do you, old man? We know that you've been plotting to build vacation homes on the land an orphanage occupied. Do you still deny the charges laid against you? Persistent little brats. But I've had those development plans in place for ages. They were part of Round City planning. What reason would I have to be so impatient that I'd resort to such criminal acts? Well, how about the mountain of debts you pay off? Hi, Niall. What are you doing here? I figured I'd come to the mayor's place to do some investigating since I saw you two going in. The whole thing smelled fishy, so I snuck in. That's it in a nutshell. Just who the hell are you? I'm a reporter for the Liberal News. My name's Niall Burns. Actually, I've been checking into the city's financial affairs. And what I do see is that the mayor of Dalmore has been diverting funds from the city budget lately. Well, that's their funds for the expansion project. I'm not buying it. You haven't even started construction. I thought it was kind of strange, so I dug deeper and found links to the airship company services. Now that was quite a surprise. A year ago, you took more You took more than a few trips to the Calvert Republic. I was sightseeing.
A reasonable claim.
But the truth is that you've been amassed a nice big debt over there. Am I right? You're losing me. How? By using town funds to speculate in risky commodities in the hopes of cashing in. Buying goods when they're cheap, selling them when they're high, that kind of thing. Oh, I get it. So how much did he lose? From what my fellow reporters over there told me, something to the tune of 100 million mira. 100 million mira! That's 100 times the amount donated to the orphanage rebuilding. I can certainly see why one might turn to crime over that high of an amount. 100 million? I'm pretty free with my spending, but I've got nothing on you. Even the Dukes thinks this is hilarious. This isn't a competition, you know. Now that you mention it, he took funds from the city budget to pay off his debts and starve off any questions. But I can't understand why he would turn to arson and theft to build vacation homes. It all seems so random. And where's your proof? Go ahead, run your story with all of its wild speculations. I'll sue you and the Liberal newspaper. Suddenly confident, are we? And all of you. The Bracer Guild does not have the authority to arrest me. I'm the mayor. I want all of you out of here now. I guess he's right. He knows his rights. Mayor, may I ask you one question? What? What is the subject of the Royal Academy? What is a student of the Royal Academy doing associating with such people? Return to campus at once. Chloe looked at Mayor Dalmore directly in the eyes, and her expression was cold and stern. Ugh. Why did you not use your own assets to pay off your debt? 100 million mira is certainly a lot of money, but I think that House Dalmore surely has enough assets to settle it. This estate, for instance, it could easily sell for at least 100 million. Don't be ridiculous. The estate has been handed down in the Dalmore family for generations. How could I ever simply let it go? The orphanage was no different. For many people, it was a place fondly remembered. No one has any right to destroy something like that. How could you do such a thing? How dare you liken the estate to that dilapidated old hovel? You care for no one but yourself. More than being a mayor, more than being the mayor, of being the head of House Dalmore, you pitiful man. You have quite a way with words, young lady. But let's see you change your tune in a few minutes. Fango, Bronco, it's dinner time. What the hell are those things? Monsters! My lord! Unbelievable, you actually keep monsters as pets? He's crazy. We can handle this. So, is fighting freaky monsters part of your stalling plan now? Well, at least now we can arrest him for trying to kill us. I'm sure no one will and I'm sure the other stuff will stick too after this. I bear no ill will, but I will not allow you to harm anyone. I bear ill will, and I fully intend to knock the fuck out of this guy.
Come on!
I have one that heals poison and... One down.
Now, light of the heavens, heal these red.
Big heal, that's what I needed. That doesn't affect her, that's not something I'm fond of. Joshua.
Here I come! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Not now.
Come on!
Seems like their physical defenses are what's low. They do a lot of physical damage.
I'm so sorry.
God bless. Stella's pinned in.
Not now.
We're good to go.
That's that. Let's move out.
It can't be! My sweet babies! How could you do this? You're one to talk! In accordance with the Bracer Guild protocol, and this time with authority, we are placing you under arrest. Surrender and you will not be harmed. You leave me no choice but to use my trump card. Huh? Wand? Time stop. I can't move. He's using an orbital art? No! He has an artifact. So what the hell is this? Well, your knowledge is impressive, Miss Rhines. This is a Chronos Rod, an artifact which happens to be a family heirloom. It can completely paralyze within anyone in the range of a blink of an eye. Crazy. How does the church know that about such a... How does the church not know about such a powerful artifact? With a tool crafted by the wise ancients themselves, what else would one expect? Technical orbments can't compare to power this way. Sadly, it only has the one function. Which means I'll have to sully my hands and dispose of you myself. You should consider this an honor. Let's see. I think I'll start with the smart-mouthed little brat first. Who are you calling smart-mouthed? Perhaps I'll save the intelligent girl for last. Now, what was that about you were saying about authority? You could plead for your lives. It might help, but I doubt it. To you? Yeah, right. Keep your filthy hands off. Keep your filthy hands off of Estelle. Don't you don't you dare harm a single hair on her head. Or I'll use every technique I know to cut your miserable carcass to pieces. What? Joshua? You certainly talk big for someone who can't even wiggle his fingers. I'll start with you. Stop! I'll never let you get away with hurting him. Joshua, die. No! What? That light. Damn it, I could just reach for my camera. Their artifact just shut his off. What was that black light? I don't know. I think it came from the orbit Dad sent us. Impossible. A family Emerald. Artifact is broken. It's hardly matter since you've played your last hand. It's time to face reality. Yeah. I can't believe you'd stoop so low. It's disgusting. I will not be taken in. After him. Hey, wait up! I can't let a story like this get away. Oh my, I believe I've lost a few years off my life with little My lord, are you alright? Monsters! Monsters! Big boats go very slow. Hey, let me come too! We're closing in. This small craft is lightweight and it seems we have an edge. Damn, you stubborn little... Take this! What? That'll teach you not to underestimate a bracer. Joshua, flank him on the right. Roger. Huh? How'd he get so fast? The wind blowing towards the open water. It's catching the sails on his boat. Not good. At any this rate, the yacht has a clear advantage. Won't be able to catch up. Say what? Looks like Adio smiles on me today. I bid you farewell, brats. You gotta be kidding me. He's gonna get away. There must be something we can do. What the? They're here. An airship. Alright, getting away is all well and good, but now I guess I have no choice but to head for the Empire. Or, if I lay low for a while, What? What? Whoa! Looks like the Royal Army. What's this airship? Is that the Royal Army? No, the coat of arms is wrong. This is the Royal Guard's airship, a high-speed cruiser. Her name is Arisel. Well, well, looks like we got here just in time. The blue and white uniform, Her Majesty's Royal Guard? Precisely. I am the company commander, Julia Schwarz. Mayor Morris Dalmore of Round. I am placing you under arrest for arson, robbery, and embezzlement, among many other charges. This is a dream. It has to be. No. And he passed out. And looks like what's going on? Jean called the Royal Army for reinforcements. How'd they get here so fast? Ho there, bracers. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Please let us handle this matter. I pressed Mayor Dalmore for information once he regained consciousness, but he apparently can't remember anything regarding the past few hours very well, if he remembers them at all. He's also drawing a point blank on arson and robbery. Convenient. Really. Kind of like the leader of the Sky Bandits. Maybe he's related to those men in black. Well, if he can't remember, the crimes are pretty clear-cut. It should go without saying that we'll be checking in his steward, too. If we uncover anything, we'll be sure to let the Bracer Guild know. Appreciate it.
By the way, Lieutenant, I have a favor to ask.
What might that be?
Would it be possible for me to get aboard that ship as well? It's supposed to be the most advanced airship to come out of Zeiss. It'd make a great story, and I really need one.
I'm afraid not. The Arcel was only just completed and is still undergoing flight testing. I must ask you not to comment on her until she's officially unveiled.
What? Oh, come on! You gotta at least let me give something about the mayor and his steward being arrested.
Don't worry, the facts of the story will be given over to the Royal News Agency. Until then, please refrain from reporting on any of this.
What choice do I have? All right, I can do this. I can write a story even with the barest scrap of info. We gotta hurry back to the agency and get these papers out. Yeah, you pardon me, everyone.
Well, he's in his usual high spirits. Would you expect any less? I'm told that the liberal news circulation has increased dramatically. I hope he's not planning to write a big propaganda piece. What do you mean? Never mind. That was quite impressive, First Lieutenant Schwarz. Colonel. Whoa. Colonel Richard. Oh, I remember you. I presume that you were of the new bracers the guild spoke of. So, you're the one Jean got in touch with, Colonel Richard. Yes, I received word of Leston Fortress, where the Royal Fortress were stationed. I got here as quickly as I could, only to find the crisis had passed. Excellent work, Lieutenant. That's very kind of you, sir. Still, I wonder, what would bring the guards from the Royal City here so quickly? Perhaps you know of a route so secret that not even our intelligence division is aware of it? Surely you jest. It was Chloe. Come now, Captain. This is hardly a time to pick a fight. It was simply admiring the proactive stance of the Royal Guardsmen. It's good to have you on our side. If it pleases you, Lieutenant, we'll take over the investigation from here and move forward matters to Leston Fortress. I believe the mayor will be well attended to there. Yes, sir, I understand. Now, if you'll excuse us, ladies and gentlemen of the Bracer Guild and Royal Guard, and the young lady in the uniform. Fate willing, I think we shall see each other again. And with that, I bid you farewell. Safe travels, everyone. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but did the Colonel look like he was eyeballing Chloe to anyone else? He was he? I'm sure it's just because he doesn't see students very often in his line of work. I wouldn't think too much of it. I bet you're right. That's probably it. That's not the impression I got. I'm certain that he's just as surprised as you are. It's hard to believe that Bracer so young would be so capable. We might be scouting you out to become part of the Royal Guard. Oh, come on, don't flatter us. We had a lot of help on this case. You needn't be modest. You're not full-fledged bracers yet, but I presume you wish to become so. Yes, we're in training for it. We intend to travel all over the country before the Queen's birthday celebration as part of our preparations. I see. You're partaking in a self-study then. Lieutenant Schwartz, everything is ready for the CO's departure. Acknowledged. Estelle and Joshua, and Chloe too, of course. We must be leaving soon. I hope that our paths will cross again. Yes, ma'am. We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Regiment, attention! Whoa. Well, Guardsmen, warship Aracel, prepare for takeoff. Boy, you're bringing it all out, aren't you? A salute and fanfare to go with it. That's a little overwhelming. Yes, and a state-of-the-art airship to boot. But I guess you'd expect as much from the defenders of Her Majesty the Queen. True. Lieutenant Schwartz sure is cool, though. She kind of reminds me of that character that Chloe played, Oscar the Knight. I think so, too. What an odd coincidence. Oh, don't tell me the Royal Guardsmen showed up. And the Aracel was there, too? She's supposed to be cutting edge. It's too bad I just got the info desk. I would have liked to seen that. I never figured you for the military enthusiast. Still, didn't you end up speaking with Colonel Richard? Yeah, he was on duty at Leston headquarters. I don't know how the Royal Guardsmen got there so quickly, though. I guess there's a lot more cross-communication in the military than I thought. Amazing they managed to communicate at all, given how many agencies there are. Regular Army, Border Patrol, Intelligence, Royal Guard. It's pretty complicated. Cleaning up after an incident like this will be a major undertaking. What will happen to the administration of Round? Well, since the mayor's been arrested, I'd imagine they'd be sending in someone as acting mayor. And if Dalmore is found guilty, elections will have to be held. Plus, reparations will probably be made toward the orphanage. Thank goodness. And all of this is thanks to Estelle and Joshua. Thank you so much, truly. Oh, come on. You don't have to act so formal. We just did what was right. Plus, it wasn't just us. Agate played a big part too. Speaking of, have you received any word from him? Yes, but unfortunately, I'm afraid he wasn't able to capture the men in black. They were not alone, apparently. Agate was ambushed. What? Is he alright? He managed to defeat them, and I believe he gave chase and they headed on their way to Zeiss. But now he's probably well outside of Round. Talk about hardcore. Well, he's got plenty of experience. And he's been chasing those black-clad characters for a while. I think they're related to a job your father asked to do. Dad asked him? And Agate just did what he asked? Well, the one to put Agate of the Ravens in his place was none other than Cassius himself. And whatever he might like to claim, Agate stood no chance against him. Seriously? Cassius really beat some sense into him, and Agate's too stubborn to simply say thanks and leave it at that. I get it. Maybe that's why he's so abrasive when it comes to us. Abrasive barely covers that guy's attitude. Guess he's not so high and mighty when Dad's involved. Speaking of your father, is something wrong? What about that black orbman that lit up and saved our lives at the mayor's estate? Oh yeah, that's right. So much had been going on that I forgot about it. I wonder what it was all about. The orbman may have saved our skins, but it was just weird. An unusually colored orbman, huh? What can you tell me about it? Well, all we know is it was addressed to our father and it was left with us. It's quite the story. From a K, asking about a Professor R. Could it be, you know what it means? Not specifically, but I got a hunch. But nothing to back it up. But if you want to know, I suggest going to its origin, Zeiss. Why? As you know, Zeiss is famous for the manufacture of orbments. There must be something there. Must be someone there who might know about your orbment. Makes sense. And the next recommendation. And lots of money. Junior Bracer, 4th class. I've been going for over an hour. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky as we move on to Chapter 3. But until then, I'm the Dark Seraph, signing off.